What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Imagine how big of a POS you have to be as an alleged parent for a court to hand down a gag order to you to stop you from bullying and harassing your 14-year-old child on the internet, and siding with his alleged abuser, who is currently facing criminal charges for allegedly putting his crusty, dusty, unemployed hands on your child. That is the news coming out via the U.S. Sun. And let me just tell you, when I read the article, I was like, wow, this is so on brand for Jenelle and her flop parenting, but it's still stunning nonetheless. Every time you think she has reached the ultimate low, she just continues to sink lower. It truly is ridiculous. But the thing about people like Jenelle is that they don't even have the sense to be embarrassed and how do you say, and to reflect based on their actions and move forward in a better, more constructive, healthier way. No, not at all. Do you know what's going to happen now that this gag order has been handed down to Jenelle to stop her from harassing her child on the internet? She's going to continue playing the victim. Now she's going to act like she is this bruised and battered child at the hands of her mother, Barbara, who has not said a peep about any of this since Jace's third runaway attempt, when she said that perhaps him being pulled off his medication and taken away from his therapist is what is leading to his actions and his issues right now. Honestly, I feel like this has to be one of the worst things to be handed down to a teen mom parent in terms of court orders or legal orders or anything like that. This truly, truly, truly is shameful. But guess what? Jenelle's mother, Barbara, called it in that audio that Jenelle leaked on her own rinky-dink website, thinking that she did something and that we were all going to side with her over Barbara, when really Barbara was telling the truth when she said this. Oop. No lies detected. And the judge is basically saying the same thing. You are such a big POS of a parent that I have to hand down an order to get you to stop leading a harassment campaign against your own child. You need to stop going online and claiming that you and your deranged dog killing husband, who has been accused and charged with child abuse against this child. You guys need to stop acting like you are the victims here and that CPS is here to protect you guys against this child, when that is nothing, 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 nothing of the sort. It couldn't be any further from the truth. Just sickening. The two of these people, let me put up Dog Killer Dave's photo. Honestly, the two of these people are the most sick, twisted, vile, soulless shells of humans to ever come from the teen mom franchise. Like nothing they do will ever prosper because they have such rotten hearts, and they chose to bring these innocent children into this world that they had no business having. Now, it's just so ironic how Miss Save the Children can't even save her own children. In fact, the courts and CPS constantly have to save her children from her, right? Just the fact that she wasn't even embarrassed to be walking around with this sign with her track record goes to show you exactly what I've been saying. This order that has been handed down to her is not going to wake her up. It's not going to change her. Her head is just, it's filled with nothing but cobwebs, leftover heroin juice, and perhaps a few buds of weed, tumbling around up there. So there's no way she can take a look at herself strongly after this. Just expect her to write a bunch of articles about her mother on her rinky-dink website that she's pretending she's not the only writer of. Speaking of trash pandas, another person who is now coming forward in the CPS investigation into the custody of Jace and whatnot is his deadbeat father, Andrew Charles Lewis. According to The Sun, Andrew was contacted by CPS and he is now a party to the case, even though he has never been present in Jace's life. I do believe, don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but I do believe I remember Jenelle claiming that he pays some sort of child support from time to time, but if that is the case, then I believe that that is the extent of his involvement with Jace, but apparently he has been called into this thing. They must be really, really desperately trying to place Jace somewhere before, like, fully giving him or turning him over to complete strangers. And I feel like they have to be real desperate if they are turning to this guy who has wanted nothing to do with him since he was born. Now, mind you, Andrew as well has been subjected to the gag order about this case. So David, Jenelle, and Andrew are not able to speak about it. When the son reached out to Andrew for confirmation about, being looked into by CPS and everything, he says he can't talk about it, period. It's been officially gagged. Sorry. So there you go, you guys. And mind you, all of this stuff, Jenelle and David aren't allowed to have any sort of contact with Jace Evans either. This was something that was issued to them, I would like to say, the last month ago. And so basically the judge said, Jenelle, you are not allowed to reach out to Jace and try to speak to him. This isn't good for him and his mental health. You reaching out to him, which is ironic, right? Because again, Jenelle went on the internet claiming that, the agencies were looking into protecting her from Jace. Meanwhile, the facts of the matter are that is not true. It is actually the reverse. So in order to protect Jace and Jace's mental health, Jenelle is not allowed to reach out to him. Jace can reach out to Jenelle if he wants to, but up until this point, I have not heard anything that indicates that Jace has bothered to reach out to his deadbeat mother, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, why would he, right? Especially with all the stuff that Jenelle is doing online in support of her dog killing, alleged child abusing husband, right? These sorts of tributes that she's making, claiming that he protects her from who? Jace, perhaps? All sorts of things, right? And then that video that she made coming down on him and all the stuff she's been saying about his private situation that he's got going on. And then David, of course, as he faces criminal charges for allegedly assaulting Jenelle's son, he cannot have any sort of contact with Jace whatsoever. Like, he can't even be in the same room as Jace. He can't be within a certain amount of yards from Jace. Quite literally nothing. The fact that these people can continue to show their faces online when they should be hiding in a freaking bunker under the ocean in shame. True, unmitigated shame just goes to show you how unwell they truly are, especially Jenelle, who continues to play the victim online, trying to deflect by complaining about her mother incessantly, which has quite literally nothing to do with her losing custody of her son again. And not only that, but she and her loser husband going online to laugh at Jace for running away again and facing the threat of juvenile prison. He had to spend his first Thanksgiving alone with a bunch of strangers because of this runaway. Meanwhile, this is how his alleged dusty ass mother was reacting on Facebook. Like, honestly, these people are truly sick and twisted. Like, just ugh. Anyway, guys, that's the tea on the gag order that Jenelle has now been subjected to. David as well, of course. Make sure to let me know what you think about all of it in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.